Hey everyone, this is Genesis. I'm coming back to you with another video about Dissension. This is another update to where I'm at with it. I have actually been working on it, and I'm kind of excited to show you where I'm at. If you are paying close attention, you're going to notice that I am playing on OPFOR right now. So I have went ahead and implemented OPFOR, and now I'm debugging it and getting it to run well. This is where we're at right now. There's been a lot of bug fixes and improvements so far. I've been able to play test and have some friends help me play test OPFOR quite heavily, and we're going to go ahead and get OPFOR in right now and get them fully functioning. So there are a lot of changes here. I'm not going to remember all the changes I need to go over, but I figured, you know what, I haven't made a video in a while. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of show you where I'm at and do a little bit of coding if it pops up, a little bit of playing, just kind of see where the bugs are, what's going on. And also, of course, using good old cheating scripts to see what's all going on with the AI and everything. So you can see that OPFOR are currently spawning in troops. I changed the buildings up to these little smaller structures. They're just easier to put in good spots and places, essentially. And then you can see OPFOR is going to go ahead and spawn some troops here, and they are using RHS units, which is awesome. I love that. So you can see that they're spawning troops. Again, commands to attack, and I'm going to go ahead and make it so I can see where they're all going and what exactly is going on. So he's making commands. You can see the command interface. Let's see if this is working. Oh, see, we already found an error here. It looks like the rank images are not working for here, if you're OPFOR. So let's go ahead and figure that out real quick. So you'll see this is essentially what I do now, just play testing and trying to find these kinds of things. And then usually the first 10-20 minutes or so, not too much in terms of having other people help me test in the stage. It's just not stable enough to play. So the biggest worry I have right now is with two commanders going, how stable is it going to be? We got it pretty stable to help us a lot of errors around to fix, things like that. It's just not stable enough, which is why it's not released yet. I'm hoping to get it released this weekend, like an initial test version. I'm going to be very clear that it hasn't been widely played or tested yet, so it will probably be very unstable. But you get the idea. So I need to look up. I'm not exactly sure where this pulls the rank from. Okay, so wait. We need to go to the tablet functions that Suli did for me. Okay. And we pull the rank. Yeah, here we are. So this is the tablet, essentially the code for the tablet. When you open up the rank tab, it displays all this information. And the rank picture. Oh, it's because it's not set up correctly yet. Okay, that would explain why it's not working. So what it does is it dynamically knows what side you are on. Actually, let's cheat there. And it will display the proper location for the ranks, which is in this case is going to be under images, ranks, and this should be, actually have independent as well, that's not used yet, but here's OPF, and you're going to see the ranks right here for OPFOR. They're essentially the same thing, just recolored. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and just change this. The default image directory is just going to be OPF, and then if they're BLUFOR, then it'll swap to the correct BLUFOR. So that should fix that now. Alright, so yeah, I wonder if I can actually, yeah. So that's fixed. That's all you need to do for that. That should fix it up. And we already got another error. I missed the beginning part of it, so this is going to be tough. I don't know where that was coming from, so maybe we just missed that one for now. Actually, you know what? I bet I can find it in the... I bet it has something to do with this harass group right here. And the fact that let's call this guy stuck in a building. No, he's not stuck. He's just being silly. So it looks like they have a waypoint down to here. So it looks like their waypoint in the harassment got botched pretty hard. So we're going to go ahead and fix that. So what these guys are supposed to be doing is, if they're the harassment commander, which is the, actually what commander does that again? I don't even remember. Let me go ahead and change their orders here to get them just at least moving. They should be moving just towards there. Oh, looks like both commanders are harassment commanders. Okay. So if we take a look at this, we can go to commander info. We can see we have column Walsh. 1995, he's infantry, he's very defensive. So he did harass, so the offensive commander. This looks like Blue Force commander. This doesn't look right. Let's take a look at that. So tablet open. There's commander info. So we have the recent orders correct. Yeah, this is correct. Okay. They have moderate enemy threat. This is why some of these troops are told to go attack. Okay. Okay, so they're seeing some hostilities towards each other already. So there might be some troops that were deployed incorrectly. This is the harassment group. So why we got a harassment group, I'm not sure. Maybe there was something messed up there. We'll start looking into it more, but let's go ahead and double check what our commander is. So commander info. Man, I just have such a hard time finding all this crap in here. Okay. So when the tablet gets opened, tree expand, we don't need that. Select change. Commander info, here we are, right here. Okay, so right now this is pulling only only the yeah, only the west commander, so we need to change this up to east. Okay. And this is only selecting the west commander. So what I'd like to do is go to commander equals object null. I'm going to private that. What I need to do is pull the commander. So this is going to be, make sure I get the name right. So here's our commander right now, just chilling, not doing anything. I feel like I need to have him do more than just sit there, but he does move around if needed. But, you know, it'd be kind of cool to have them eventually have, like, kind of some extra stuff. Well, that's not displaying his name. That's right, because it's a code. Well, let me go ahead and open up the correct thing for that to make sure I'm pulling their names right. Man, I should remember this by now, but I just don't. Let's go to commander, or is it functions? Let's see. My brain is just not working. I'll spawn commanders. Here we are. East commander. Okay, I should have known that. Alright. So go back to tablet functions here. This will be the west commander. So this will go ahead and let us know which commander we need. Yeah. Okay. Choose side anywhere else. So what we need to do then is change this to that, to side, _ side, to pull the right information. Just like so. And now that should pull the right information for the commander. And also have the commander in here just in case we need that later, which I think I might. So the OPFOR commander, sorry, the Blue 4 commander is defensive. What is ours? Let's go ahead and, I'm guessing something to do with harassment, right? Which is the, he's an aircraft specialist, he's guerrilla. That's right. So he's a guerrilla commander. I'm sure he got the harassment. There was an error with that attack where he is sending the troops to the wrong part of the map. I don't know where this group is coming from, but these two groups are actually going to meet each other in combat, which is kind of funny. Looks like the Blue 4 commander is engaging down here. So Blue 4 commander is actively trying to capture this zone. These troops, you can see that I had some friends that helped me get in some nice cache systems. So you can see these AI are actually cached because they're not in combat currently. And now these guys are back because now they're in combat. So, good, good, good. It's all working as expected. OPFOR is trying to capture this and this town at the same time. Very good. There's also, I got a mission here. And this looks like they want me to destroy this group. And it looks like these AI hopped inside this vehicle. So they're coming for me. So, goody, goody. The missions, or it just feels alive. And these guys are going to run into this group right away. So is Blue 4 probably eventually. I'm looking at this, and one thing I'm loving is how alive this is. What is this? There's a boat here. Why is there a boat here? We'll just never know. It's just there right now. So I'm pretty happy about this so far. I think it's getting really close. I think it's getting awfully close. So my biggest concern is the stability right now. And you'll notice that Blue 4, there's no mission happening over at Blue 4 because there's no players over there. So I do checks like that to make sure if there's no players over there, we're not going to be getting a whole bunch of dudes. And we just got something spawned in here. Looks like they're attacking this town now. They're actually ignoring this big town right now, but they're going to end up fighting through it anyway. So cool. So let's go ahead and what time we have left. Let's go and take a look at that harassment mission for that what the guerrilla commander is doing. And it looks like there was an error with the enemy pause position. Now how am I getting enemy pause? Well, I'm getting from leader enemy array. So if enemy array, oh, maybe this is backwards. Let's find out. So the enemy array, what I'm going to do is take this script. I'm going to actually dump it in here. And I'm going to force it to be executed a few times. So what that means is I'm also going to just do C side equals east. So now I'm confused because the enemy array, did I get this mixed up? Hold on, I'm going to tell. Let's click this. What I'm thinking is, if the enemy array, this should be the west distance array, but I think it's the east of it. Oh, I missed an arrow already. That's okay. Can't catch them all right away. And if I wasn't lazy right now, like in the RPT, but that's okay. I'm seeing wooden crates in here. Distance array. That should be... Okay, so here's the distance. Oh, the location of the towns. Okay. Yeah, that's correct. You can see that this says locations of, there's the first little number here is how far they are. So this is the closest one. This person's 12,000 away. Okay. And then we have the town location ID, which is the sign. And then the unit B, Alpha 33. I think that's a group, isn't it? Isn't that a group? So we're pulling the enemy array. Find the leader of that group. So we select the one up here. Select 0. Select 2 because 0, 1, 2 should be pulling an enemy unit. Getting that pot. So why was that waypoint all the way down there? So that's very interesting. So we're gonna, what I'm gonna do is do a system chat format because I want to see what it is saying the enemy is. Is it missing out? Did I do something wrong there? So let's go ahead and force our commander to execute this. And so one problem I'm already seeing right now that I'm going to need some optimizations on. And yes, I'm recording, so this is going to hurt my frame rate extra bad. But I'm at 25 to 30 frames right now. And I think there's just too much going on. So we got almost 80 units active at once. I'm going to count all units to see. We have 124 units active right now. So that's quite a bit of infantry running around and things executing and systems running. This group is being attacked here. This group is going through. We got a lot of junk happening here. I don't know why there's a marker down here. Must be from one of the errors. So I'm initially getting a little concerned about the frame rate stability and how we're going to improve that. I feel like I've already cut down majorly on a lot of the units, but I'm noticing here in Mamiya there's a lot of units spawning at once, and I'm wondering if I can cut down on that and the independent spawning troops. We have this group here, we have this group here. We got a couple of groups running around, so I wonder if I can cut down on that. That might help a lot. I think some of these groups are coming in from out there. So maybe that would help cut down on independent. So I'll try that, or make them larger groups. That also might help. So anyway, let's go ahead and run this, even though we're getting some pretty bad frame rate here. Let's go ahead and execute this. Okay, it pulled a unit. Okay, and here's the group. They're not under my control yet. Oh, here's also another bug I'm having. These are all like dead Blue 4 soldiers here. I don't know what is causing this. I might have to play on Blue 4 to figure that out. Well, I'm having Blue 4 soldiers spawn here and they die instantly, I think. So these guys worked. So maybe that mission tried to execute before there were any troops. That might be the problem. So maybe what we need to do then is put a bigger delay on the special, like the kind of special missions. So I think it'd be a safe bet to, let's see. So here are the special missions. Okay. I'm just kind of checking it out. Missions are okay. The special event missions are what the ones I'm worried about. So this starts off false. So if it's false, then it'll go ahead and launch. And if you look here, for E special event S, which I put, it's false right here. So I'm going to do something similar to one right above it. I'm going to set to true. And then I need it to wait. I'll just wait like a good 400 seconds or something like that before it sets it to false. And we'll do that for Blue 4 as well. So this way it'll give both sides a chance to get set up before, oops, before like they start throwing shit at each other. Okay. So I missed another error, that's okay. You can see we're getting, oh, this is from both sides, so we have 41, 24. Before I did capture that grid, which is good, so those troops are just waiting to be told to move somewhere. You can see OPFOR is spawning in some vehicles already. It looks like somehow they got access to a Humvee. I'm not sure how that happened, so I'll have to take a look at that. Let's go ahead, and they're spawning our RHS vehicles pretty appropriately otherwise. Any issues as I'm saying? Looks like they're attacking this location down here. So harass squad's going appropriately. They've got Light Factory, and Light Factory has also been changed. All the buildings have been changed to be smaller. Light Factory is just simply this little like medical research center here. I think it's just a research center. So perfect. Let's go ahead and see why they spawned a Humvee in. I think we got a little bit of time left. I'm going to cheat and look here. We got 10 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I might have to end that a little bit early because I do have to get to work. So the way it works is under functions, there is a add-on check, which I thought I put that right here. Here did I? Oh man. Finding the functions is the best. So here we go. And yeah, shouldn't be any functions. I'm just missing it. There should be func add-on check. There we are. And this is where I just the beginning of mod support for it. And I'm looking out for units using vanilla. So we're not worried about vanilla usage right here. Let's look out for units using RHS. And out of the light factory, there might be a Humvee in here. This is UAZ, Graph BRDM, BRDM2, HQ, Kamaz, Ural. Oh, is this it right here? I believe that is it. So here we go. The commander wanted to use one of these guys. We're going to take that out. Problem solved. So, and he also didn't give him any orders to move. Confused. So you can see, I think I heard this guy firing. Are they using this against infantry? Yes, they are. Oh my gosh, that's terrifying. So, I'm seeing a lot of dudes spawning here, and I think I'm going to... There's two things I can do. I think I might try just increasing the... Instead of them splitting off into a bunch of groups. Well, I don't think they already do that, so... this is a tough call. I mean, it seems pretty stable so far, just the frame rate. I know I'm also recording. Machine's not the best, but not good. A bunch of little things like this. Looks like a Blue Force squad is being cached away inappropriately here. When they should be in battle. Like if I move this guy here, are they gonna pop back in sometime? The leader shouldn't be cached. The leader's cached. So there's like a lot of these little bugs here that need to be resolved. Yeah, like these guys are all cached away now. And this doesn't, they don't need to be. I know these guys are cached. Oh, there we go. He's got an arrow we'll take a look at. Okay, function defensive. So the defensive commander just tried to execute a command, which was the Blue Force, I believe. And it was... just defensive, this one right here. So, units group 2. I think this is the one I saw before, so I'm just going to do a search for units group 2. There's a couple lines of it. Type array expected object. Expected object. Count. Type array expected object. Okay, well, let's focus specifically on the west underscore active units. So something wrong with group 2. That's a confusing one because active units I know is an array. And count units group for each unit in the group. I want it to... Yeah, so there's something wrong with this cache system. This guy's engaged, and these guys are not rendered. Now, I know I'm kind of getting distracted here, but what happens if I, another error. Okay. Let's look at all these units over here. I'm going to get rid of those markers, too. What happens if I teleport to, like, right here? So I'm pretty close, right? And this is a caching system. I don't know fully how it works. These guys should now be getting uncached, but I feel like something's messed up. I'm just gonna delete them there. It's so nice at me. Yeah, so that's going to need a little bit of work. I'm going to have to make my own kind of caching system. I'll see how they did it, but, you know. Oh, no. So, you can kind of see there's quite a few of bugs and things that need to get smoothed out before I release it. So let's take a look at this group. Let's just make this a for each. I did a lot of testing recently about for each and count, and I actually got some conflicting results about which one's faster than the other. I think that one's going to take a little bit more debugging to figure out what went wrong. Because it looks like it made the groups. So we got to figure out where the groups get made. Maybe the group got made incorrectly. And there's group 2. So we make all the groups up here. I wonder if that might be the problem. Okay, this is going to be a little more complex for me looking into it, so can't really talk a lot while I'm trying to figure that one out. But I do know something. Let's take a look at the spawning of independent troops. And if we go to the map monitor here, this is a giant function. This is what spawns and handles the creation of units. So for resistance here, you can see we create a group here, create group resistance, right here, and that group, while it's alive, has constantly get updated with waypoints and all that jazz, and they do only like once every 900 seconds. They're still alive to kind of keep them on top of units. But I think I might get rid of that marker that adds their position. I think that's just wasting resources. That doesn't need to be there. So you can see if the group count gets above 4, it creates a new group. I think we should just up that to 12. I think that just would be a smart idea, because one thing I learned, especially with VCOM, is a whole bunch of tiny groups cause a lot of lag. A bunch of big groups, not as bad. So we're going to place it to 12 throughout the whole thing. I think that's appropriate. And okay. Let's take a look. Okay, here we go. This needs to go. I think this whole little line here, I think this just needs to go. I think it'll save us some space as well. And I also did this incorrectly. There's a way more consuming in resources than it needs to be. So I'm just going to delete it. And then what I'm going to do is find every instance of it that way. Oh, only 2. Okay, I'm going to save it that way. And, you know, I think we have a few minutes left here. Yeah, 50 seconds. Let's go ahead and really quickly load it back up and see if a couple of our changes made it. Like maybe the iPad, and take a quick look. So, OPFOR. Make sure OPFOR is working. 30 seconds. Let's wait till we hear the sound. Yeah, I don't have that timer. I don't have 2 monitors still. I need to get a second monitor. My one monitor died a long time ago. Alright, everything's getting set up. let's see if I can wait for a barracks to be made.
Oh,
We're now waiting. So we're just gonna spawn. I gotta fix that. Spawning into the commander vehicle is always nice. Alright, we can see that the commander again is Gorilla, is Shanshou, which is correct. Construction has been worked on. Also, the cars are all what is defined RHS as East. So here we go. Kind of quickly see through all that jazz there. Light armored vehicles working. Heavy armored tanks. All OPFOR tanks. Helicopters. Planes. This is my favorite one right here. These transports are my favorite. The rank, you can see that's working now. There's a little bit of an issue with this picture, I think, but let's fix that later. Yeah, you can see that it works. This is a little cut off, but it's working. So that's pretty exciting. Units are spawning. Those crates are spawning in. I need to get rid of those markers. And blue 4 is right there. And here's an issue here. It might be part of that barracks issue. See, I can see this marker here. I'm going to have to look into that. But so cool. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time and hope to release this soon. Bye.